California dreaming about you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to another review from Roy's Reviews. And today we have a Mech review for you. Yes, it's a Mech, and it's this beautiful piece of kit. If the camera wants to play, there we go. So it's the Mech itself, which is this part, and also the RDA on top, and they're both made by Unicorn Inc. And beautiful, beautiful engraving around the outside of this is of a unicorn, which is also replicated on the RDA on top. Camera, come back. Yeah, there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down below and show you what comes with this beautiful device. Stick a quick build in it, and then we're going to come back up tops and I'll give you my thoughts. See you in a mo. Okay, so here we are down at the table with the Unicorn Mech, and in here we have the Unicorn RDA. So we'll set the RDA off to the side at the moment and we'll have a wee look at the Mech. So it comes in this little beautiful little presentation pouch, which you zip down, and inside you have the Mech. Now, I don't know how well the camera is going to pick this up, but round the outside, round here, let's see if we go a bit closer to the camera, there is a beautiful, beautiful engraving of a unicorn that goes the whole way around it. On top, you've got some vent holes, and the top comes off, so you can actually use hybrid tanks or drippers on top. As you can see, this is brass in the inside, which is absolutely gorgeous, and the threading on this, folks, for such a fine threading, I don't know if you can, I'll put it close to the mic, you can hear that. It is absolutely gorgeous and so smooth, silky, silky smooth. And then on the bottom, right here, it has got Unicorn ink engraved around the bottom of the switch, and the serial number is 0039 on the bottom. And then you have this beautiful, beautiful button down here, which is resin, just like the drip tips and everything else, but it also has a unicorn. If the camera wants to focus in, you should just about see the unicorn engraved in the bottom. It's so glorious. And again, the switch comes apart just as smoothly, and up at the inside there is a Delrin protective sheet. Now this is a 3-in-1 because it uses 21700s. Oops, just knocked a mod over. 21700s, 2700s and 18650s. When you are using 18650 batteries, you do get a little insert just here. You do get this little insert that fits inside it to take the 18650s. Okay, just while I'm here, I'm just going to show you what else is inside the little package. Okay, so that I'm to say, because that's a different one. So inside your little pouch, you also get this little bag of spares, and in the bag of spares you get a spare contact button. You get 2 spare springs. Now I'll show you why there's 2 springs. And then also at the moment there is the brand new bigger, I would call it a leaf spring more or less, because it's a lot bigger and a lot stiffer. So it all depends what sort of button action you want. Okay, so to take the button apart, switch apart, push down on the Delrin battery adjuster and screw the battery contact out. And again, I can't say this enough, and this is probably starting to sound like a little bit of a gush fest. The machining on this piece of kit is absolutely fantastic. Everything just seems to fit together so smoothly. There's no harshness, there's no grinding, and it all comes apart so nice and easily. So I haven't taken anything apart. The button, or the battery contact, and the Delrin just comes apart like that, and then you have your button. Let's see, probably take this in just a wee tad. Zoom in. So there's your battery contact, your Delrin switch, which again is lipped in here to keep everything in place. Then you have got your bigger spring, so you have your bigger spring, and then underneath you take out your button, and you have got the adjustable spring just here. That's the spring you can take out and replace with this one. It's just a bigger spring for it, and it's to give you the different, make it tighter or make it looser to actually whenever you're firing it. But this button, folks, is just a work of art. And not being round, here the contact itself is of a square shape. That is so when it fits in, it only fits in one way into the base. Just there. So put it together again, it's just a reverse of what you've done. So take your button and put it in, push it through, but you need to make sure you get it in the right way, because it's a square hole. Pushed in, replace your spring on top, and then on top of that you put your Delrin switch. And once you've got it all lined up, you can screw it back in together again. And then just make sure you don't actually over tighten when you put the screw back into place, and then it's back in your battery adjuster. Beautiful action, and the button, beautiful action. So that's the Mech side of things. Next, and you get this little pouch, is your RTA, not RTA Roy, RDA, because it's a dripper. And again, on the front of it you've got a picture of the unicorn and unicorn ink on there as well. It's good quality. Just, oh, the baggy's opened, my little bag's opened, all my screws and spare parts have gone everywhere. So you get lots of spare little grub screws. Set that to the side. Just get all these grub screws, put them back into the bag. I do apologise, folks. But the amount of spares you actually get with this is phenomenal. I haven't seen this many grub screws in a dripper before. And you do get the all important, well, it's not all important, but it's important if you want to use it onto a squonk. But you do get a squonk pin in there as well, and you get your little Allen keys, hex Allen keys, to be able to put the squonk in place. Now, I don't think this is normal. I think it's just from my purposes. In this time, I've got 2 drippers on here spare to match, which match the button perfectly. And here we have the dripper. Okay, I'm just going to set it onto this Dilligaf Atty stand. link down below, folks, will be for the Atty stand. This is just so I can show you this off. If I can get the camera to focus in. So this is satin black. The Mech was matte black, and this is satin black. So on the front here, there's a beautiful picture of a unicorn. But I'll show you the bottom before I screw this down. So on the bottom, you have a serial number. My serial number on this one is 0082, and it's got the Unicorn Inc vapes on it. Copper, looks like a copper button, which does protrude. Sorry, 510. And it is all metal. Even the drip tip on this one, the black one, is metal on there. And then you take off the drip tip, around that you've got Unicorn Inc as well, so it's really well matched up. So airflow wise, 6 airflow holes on this side, 6 airflow holes on that side, and it's a 24mm in diameter. So take off the top cap. Now inside the top cap, as you can see, there is some doming in there, and the airflow is adjustable by turning the top part of it, which means you can shut it down to 2 holes one side, 2 holes on the other side, which is 4 holes, and you can shut it all the way down. Now when I show you the airflow on here, you have got the option of having it dual coil, so the airflow goes the whole way through, or you have the option of going single, because you've just got one air hole just on that side there. And again, the machining on this is absolutely fantastic. Make sure I get the unicorn the right way round, because it does actually fit if you put it upside down, so just make sure you get it the right way up. And so that takes us to the deck. So it's a 2-post deck with 4 big holes for your negative, well, 2 in your negative, 2 in your positive, and there's actually a nice big gap under. Don't know how well it's going to come out in camera. There's a nice big gap underneath the post there, so it's like a dead rabbit turned around the other way. So you can fit some nice chunky coils in there with the 4 posts on that. Okay, so I just need to grab a set of coils, which I should have had really sitting ready, and I do have them just here. I'm going to be using a set of Chris's coils, Aliens. That writing wants to come focus on the camera. There we go. So it's Aliens, and they're 3-ply 2836 stainless steel. Should be 0.2 per ohms per coil, and a 3mm ID. And these coils, folks, are just beautiful. Again, they come lovely wrapped up with a piece of Muji. And look at that. For a beautiful alien coil. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to be using these in here, so I need them out. And of course I'm going to also need my Coily Tool. If you haven't seen one of those before, this is the Coily Tool. The idea of the Coily Tool, folks, is that you measure the posts on here, which are, if that's in camera and in focus, 4mm. So I tend to use 1 up, which is the 4.5mm. That's the width of the posts. So therefore we shouldn't get any poking out, and it will then help the coils whenever they're heating them up. So you just pop that into your 4.5mm, both legs through, so they're coming out that side. Then you take your snips and put this around the other way. So hold the coil in nice and tight, snip one leg, snip two legs. That's one coil done. So 4.5 again, in, and snip, and snip. Two legs done. So while I get this actually put this build in, you can sit back and enjoy a little bit of music, and I'll speak to you in a minute.
So
there, once you've got your cotton in, it's just a matter then of taking it to the edge of the dripper itself, RDA, and again same on that side, and then you just fluff it up. Just take it off camera 2 seconds to get it all fluffed up. So yeah, as you will have seen, my first bit of cotton, or second bit of cotton bit in, it broke. But it's just because I like to try and get as tight a fit as possible into the coils, because I have found that gives me the best flavour. And when you're using good coils like Chris Grimes' coils, it helps as well. Just clear these bits out of the way, and then just tuck the edges into the bottom. And it is a really, really deep juice well, so when you are dripping this, folks, you have got loads of space in there to drip on, and for the juice to get into. And with the air holes being really high up on the outer cover, it does make it really good to drip on. So my juice of choice today is this, which is Charlie's Chalk Dust Dream Cream, which is a vanilla fudge, hints of fudge. So we'll get it dripped up just on this, so that plenty of juice onto the coils. Bearing in mind, with aliens, they do soak up an awful lot of juice, so do take your time. Oh, I so wish I had smell-o-vision. This juice just smells amazing. Just don't know what you're missing if you haven't tried Charlie's Chalk Dust. Possibly a review coming up for it soon. So once you're all juiced up, now for matchy purposes, I'm going to take the metal drip tip off and put on one of these beautiful 810. Now you can use any 810, because as you can see, there's no O-ring on here, but there is an O-ring down in the inside in there. It being black, you probably can't see it. So your normal 510 or 810 fitting fits on there perfectly. Oh, overspill. Yeah, it's not a good idea to turn your mod sideways when you've got juice on the dripper. And then you just put your top cap on. If I got an airflow set up for dual coils, check. Is now just line the air holes up with the coils. Okay, so I'm just now going to get a battery and put it into the Mech, and then we will see you up top. See you in a mo. So welcome back up top again, folks. So here we are with this beautiful piece of engineering. Now this Mech can take 3 different battery sizes, as I said down below: 21700s, 2700s and 18650s with the adapters. And in here at the Mo, I'll just get this out, we have got a Gliese battery, which I also picked up. It's the 2700, which I picked up at Expo from the lovely girl and guy at the Gliese stand. So as you can hear, no rattle. You can't hear it because there isn't any rattle. It's so sturdy, it feels beautiful in the hand. Now I did have the option, but I went for the satin black dripper with the matte black Mech. It just looks beautiful, and that, oh, the switch, the button, is just pure beautifulness. Now, I still have got the softer spring in here at the moment, which you can see does that, and it's instant power straight up to it. It doesn't take much at all. It's just now, the flavour from this is absolutely beautiful. Now that's with the air holes half open. What I'll do is I'll put the air holes fully open, and it really is an airy tank when you have the air holes fully open. It is really airy. Immense clouds from it. And then if you close it right down just to the 2 air holes, you get a really restrictive vape on it. Now my preferred is the 4 holes. Now I've been vaping in this since Expo, since I got it at Expo, which was on Saturday, and today is Thursday. So I've given it a good go. There's no menus to work at. There's no wattage to look up and down. The coils in here that I have, the Chris Grimes Aliens coils, are reading out at 0.10, which is what Chris had said. They were 0.2 ohms per coil, so 0.1 is what you would expect it to ohm out at. And these Aliens give absolutely flavour upon flavour. Now I have had braided coils in here and staggered fuse claps in here, but these Chris Grimes Alien coils are just the bee's knees. There's no, well, only one con that I have about this little device is the screws that come originally in it. They're starhead screws, tiny starhead screws. Now with the little bag you do get plenty of little extras. Now I'm just trying to see. Yeah, you can change the screws out to the little grub screws out to the hex ones, which come with the little Allen keys as well. So massive thumbs up to Unicorn for that. Now normally my Mechs have been all, I've either had the V-God and I've had the Mirage, and this beats them hands down. I was heartbreaking to actually to beat the Mirage, but this piece of kit is amazing. And the wee pouch as well, it's got a little hook on it so you can put it securely onto your jeans, so you can have it there so it's safe at all times, which is another big massive thumbs up. You know, they haven't gone overboard in the packaging. It's not in a fancy box. It's not, but it's all fantastic. Now this V2 is retailing in and around the £140 mark for the full kit, which even at that price is fantastic. I did get it cheaper at Expo, but I have to say, to the Vape King J, it's been a pleasure getting to know you and everything else. Am I still recording? Yeah. And I'm definitely going to have to purchase more Unicorn products in the future. I can only sing the praise of this device because, I say, the grub screws are there, which cuts out that one little con that I had. So you can change it out and you can have whatever you want in there. It's a 10 out of 10 device for me. I'm vaping this constantly. I broke my own little golden rule. I wasn't going to take it out of the house. It's going to be used in all my reviews going forward. I've taken it to work with me, just kept it in the car because it's a flavour machine. And the big wide hole 810, so you don't even have to take a top off to drip. You can drip straight through there. Now there's going to be some links down below, folks, to Unicorn and places where they can actually, maybe you can purchase it, whatever, and hook them up, look them up on Instagram as well. If you're on there, their Instagram will be down below. You can follow them on there. And it just remains me to say, if you've liked this video, folks, give me a thumbs up, drop me a wee comment down below. If you haven't enjoyed the video and give me a thumbs down, still drop me a comment down below and let me know what I can do to make it better. But finally, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you've been watching this review. Take care now. Bye.
California dreaming about